This is kind of, on face value, you'll look at this and go, but you're saying Sonic beats Disney. Mufasa beat Sonic. Sure, it did. Yeah, sure. But it actually didn't. So it's a little bit deeper than just on face value.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is still the #1 movie in domestic. It's not wide yet. It's not had a wide release. Mufasa did take the Christmas period. It did win the Christmas period. But Mufasa has barely done more than Sonic. And it's on significantly more theaters. And even if they did the exact same number of people, Mufasa would always earn more, because Disney has secured all of the premium screens. So you can't watch Sonic on IMAX. You can't watch Sonic on 4DX. You can't do any of those things. So per person, Mufasa is earning more money because Disney somehow managed to get the theaters to agree to give all of their premium screens to Mufasa. But also Mufasa's done terribly. The original Lion King readaptation opened to like 160 odd million worldwide, I think it was, or 200. It went on to earn 1.6 billion at the box office globally. This is an awful showing for Mufasa, the Lion King prequel. It's I don't know what the worldwide total is at the moment. I don't know if Culture you can find that, but it's absolutely woeful. So it's just this video is, well, this topic anyway is just about Sonic and just the general state of things. What is impressive, what is very, very impressive, let me minimize this, is actually how good Nosferatu did. So Sonic the Hedgehog did 10.3 million across the Christmas period. I think that, well, yeah, it's just across the Christmas period. I don't know how they're sort of gauging the Christmas period. Mufasa did 14.7, but Nosferatu did 11.55. That is really impressive. That's really, 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 really impressive. What's this you got here, Culture, then? What's the... Oh, wow, it's only done that. Oh, that's woeful.
It's terrible. Yeah, under 200 million. Yeah. And during a Christmas period, it opened technically on the December 20th, but not really. It actually opened a day or two before that with preview screenings and such. So it's not anything to write home about. So
in domestic, Sonic's at what, 68?
77.6.
Yeah, it's actually much higher.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people want to, if you were to compare these head to head, let's see if they've got it.
No, actually, is Sonic higher now then? Can you look at that? Yeah,
I'm pulling it up right now.
When Sonic drops internationally in Japan, China, all these other places, it's going to blow Mufasa out of the water.
Yeah, and look at the cost differential in budgets.
Oh, yeah.
So what? Oh, no. So worldwide, sorry, it's now at 87. So yeah, domestic.
It hasn't had a broad opening yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so basically that is just domestic then, isn't it? 87 million.
87 million. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that's substantially different then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's basically, I mean, it's a good 23 million ahead of Mufasa in the domestic box office.
Yeah, and that's why they keep saying internationally when they are promoting Mufasa's numbers.
I know. It's so funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
And when I went to the theater the other day, because I was picking up some popcorn buckets for the kids for Christmas, some Sonic popcorn buckets, there were other families and other kids there, and they were every single one of them. I saw little kids jumping around talking about Sonic, saying Sonic, 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 while standing in line. I did not hear one single kid that was there talking about Mufasa or anything like that. It was Sonic stuff everywhere in the theater.
It's like they made Mufasa for adults.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird choice to go with, isn't it?
And they're putting it out there like it's a live action Lion King prequel, and it's CGI. It's not even live action.
Well, it's photorealistic, but if you think about it, the director that they chose was really the giveaway about who their target audience was and what they thought it would be. And the fact that they didn't go back to the well with Elton John or anybody else that was involved in the success of the first film was very telling. So,
I mean,
Yeah.
Elton John checks that gay box for him. I don't know why they wouldn't
Yeah.
go back to him.
well, and you have to consider Barry Jenkins was the director of the gay anthem film Moonlight, which won an Academy Award, except almost didn't because they accidentally called out the wrong name. If you guys remember that.
I do not remember that now. Oh dear. But what this signifies to me, and I'll hand it on over to you guys because I've got to disappear for 5 minutes. But what this signifies to me is just how out of touch Disney are. They spent $200 million on this Lion King prequel, which, in fairness, it kind of makes sense to a degree because the first one did 1.6 billion. But why would you do a prequel? No one cares about prequel. What are you doing?
Well,
So
and
yeah,
Paul, you're not wrong. I mean, Barry Jenkins is a good director, but this is not his vehicle. He even said as much that, and he tends to take too long on shots. And if you're aiming this at a younger audience, they're going to get bored fast with your pacing. So, anyway,
yeah.
Sorry. But no, I mean, and obviously, Mr. H makes a good point. You were able to fill up, 400 more theaters, and the per theater average was very low.
Yeah, I watched that video of his today. Which, if you guys have not watched Mr. H's video on that on the Sonic Mufasa thing, go check it out after the stream today.
Yeah, I just feel like there are so many different factors that make this just kind of just a loss for Disney, and I don't see this film sticking around much past this weekend. In fact, if you've noticed, I think everybody has, films seem to fall off so quickly now. If you're not halfway to your goal by the second week, you're basically done.
Yep.
Well, the thing is that the first one, opening weekend, just domestic, was close to what it's done now worldwide.
Yeah,
in just its first weekend.
Yeah,
but it speaks of a bigger issue. Disney are just it's just how out of touch they truly are now.
exactly.
That's what it is. They're green lighting things that no one's interested in. Like no one cares. And don't get me wrong, but they have had some hits, right?
Yeah.
Moana 2's done reasonably okay. Was it Inside Out 2 as well? That did reasonably okay.
Deadpool Wolverine
1.4 billion, I think.
Yes, that was good. Moana 2's I think topped out about 700 million now or something like that. I think
it's done at 800 million. It just Moana 2 crossed 800 million. Yeah, so yeah.
And it's just people. They haven't had a lot of hits. The other hits that they've had weren't actually Disney things. So Deadpool and Wolverine, Disney greenlit it, but there's nothing Disney about it.
That was
the entire movie preys on people's nostalgia for 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, so, it was actually greenlit by Bob Chapek.
Yeah.
So they're just out of touch. Bob Iger's out of touch. When the people at the top don't know what the audience wants, the whole company's just screwed.
Yeah, and the first Sonic movie did around 320 million. The second one did like 405. So, and this third one's getting good reviews. A lot of kids have seen those first two at home, and so yeah. I think this Sonic 3 still has some legs left in it. for sure internationally because it hasn't even been released internationally, but even domestically, it's going to easily cross 100 million domestically. And this thing's probably going to go, if I had to guess right now where it's sitting, I'm going to say probably a little over 500 million.
Well, China box office is going to be big for Sonic.
Oh yeah. And Japan.
In Japan, box office will be big. You know, and here's the other thing: it hasn't opened up in the UK yet. You know,
are you gonna go see it, Nate?
Yeah, I've watched all of these. I've watched them all in the theaters. I enjoy them.
I heard
really
this is
good.
Jim Carrey's best performance.
Yeah,
Well, he does double duty, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Fowler actually cut him loose and let him do whatever he wanted to. That was actually in an article today. Not to mention the fact that he probably would do a fourth one, but they're already plotting for 2027 for.
They've already announced it.
Confirmed it. Yeah. So, yeah, I have a feeling that this franchise is long for the world and will probably inspire more Sega-based films.
They made Golden Axe.
Yeah.
Oh God, Golden Axe would be awesome. I love
Wouldn't
that
it
game.
be? Wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I love that game. Yeah,
it'd be so good.
It would be like a mix between like Lord of the Rings and Conan. You know,
yes,
like that. That if they could get some people behind a Golden Axe movie, that could be freaking a banger.
Yeah, it really could. Really could. Right, well, there you go. Guys, we will shuffle on now. We've got